Good. Ready?
Yeah, that's
All
a
right,
great
all right.
dance, man. I like that.
That's good. Okay. We're gonna do 2 today.
Okay,
You ready to rock and roll?
ready.
Okay. The first one's called For Joy by Choice. And I dropped it in the Facebook group. If you're not in, Texan Rockers, we have a Facebook group called Texan Rock. We just pop all of our new stuff there first, basically. And there's like fun group discussions about how to make art if you're interested. If you're not, that's okay. So this one's called For Joy by Choice. And it's about, let me read it.
Okay.
Let me tell you what it's about.
Okay.
And then we'll roll, okay?
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. For Joy by Choice. I leak visions and mission statements like a sieve full of holes, meant for a different function entirely. These motivators pass from my memory in next to no time, especially corporate ones aimed at optimizing company profits. What's up, bro?
Hey.
What you guys doing?
A podcast? You want to say hi?
No.
Okay. Okay, especially corporate ones aimed at optimizing company profits or collective mission statements. No individual should ever by rights care about any of this jargon or measure themselves by such low standards. When in doubt, I remember I did not evolve for a company, and I was not created for an economy. I am here by accident or intention, for better or for worse, and for joy by choice.
I like that.
So that's like the poem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
All right. So, do you want to play? Do you want to play it first? Yeah, keep going. I like that. Yeah. Stay on it. For Joy by Choice starts out with, I leak visions and mission statements like a sieve full of holes. And that's simply to say that every company or institution with a list of values and mission statements that automatically assumes I should be on board with them. I leak those things like a spaghetti strainer.
Yeah.
Like water it just like is water flowing through. I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
And I think most of us, if we're honest, only care about it for a paycheck, but not in our essence.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah,
And I think there's a really dangerous thing happening where where companies and institutions try to call themselves a family or a team in the same way that the people that actually matter to us, when the reality is they'll cut you loose in a second if the profit margin's not there.
Right.
And so there's something fundamental about being human that is actually cutting the other way and not buying the lies of corporations, okay? So, at least for me, I leak those visions really fast. And it says, I'm meant for a different function entirely. These motivators pass from my memory in next to no time.
Yeah.
Especially the corporate ones aimed at optimizing company profits or collective mission statements. No individual by rights should care about any of this jargon or measure themselves by such low standards. And that last line is really important.
Yeah.
Because what can happen is we can come to measure ourselves by standards that actually we're not interested in, but we've been inscripted to.
Right.
And this doesn't just happen with companies, this happens with religious organizations, this happens with academic centers. Anytime you have a group think or a collective way of thinking, there need to be individuals that radically question it.
Yeah.
For its own evolvement and for the benefit of humanity.
Right.
And so at least for me, that's just the way I tick.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah,
right. Absolutely. Not only that, man, I might not look it, but I've worked for almost 60 years.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God.
You've shocked yourself as an electrician. You were an industrial.
I told you that.
Yeah, you were an industrial cleaner. You know.
Worked at Procter and Gamble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about mission statements.
There you go. But it just felt to me like the bad actors always rise to the top, even though they've got, you know, you've got HR and you've got all these things in place to protect you and help you. They don't.
Do you think that's because like you're willing to do whatever it takes?
I think so. I think so. And I think they realize the bad actors, I think that's really who they want, but there's more of us.
Yeah.
So they pretend to, we're family, we're going to help you, we're going to do this. But it's the bad actors that they think push the thing forward. You know, just like back in the day when coaches would, you know, yell at people and scream, thinking that
Bob
would...
Knight would throw chairs across the gym.
Oh,
things.
gosh. Right. That ideal has got to change.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it, not only does the ideal have to change, there's a possibility for business to actually be sacred. I mean, there's a possibility for companies to have a third like way of doing things where people and environment matter as much as profits, and you're standing on those three things like a stool, as opposed to profits dictating everything, and people coming and going surrounding profits. Business can be the sacred trust of getting people the things that they need. You know, there's a business of getting the food we need to where it needs to be. And so it's not that all companies are bad, it's that all companies need to choose not to act bad.
Right.
And individuals need to be willing to throw their voice into the ring when things are not okay.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
My friend Seth is actually a union representative, and it's his job when companies are not acting in alignment with the benefit of the people that work for them. It's his job to go advocate with the board of the business.
A minute, do I know Seth?
I don't know if you've met Seth, but he makes enemies on both sides, actually. The people that like do the work and the people that make the decisions.
Yeah, I know that Jesse talks about a guy named Seth that they work with.
He's a bass player.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a really cool dude.
Okay.
Anyways.
Hi, Seth. If I know you, if I don't, good to meet you.
You guys will meet eventually. Okay, so here's where the poem turns. I said what I'm against, but not enough people say what they're for.
Right,
And this is what I'm for. It says, when in doubt, I remember I did not evolve for a company. I am here by accident or intention. We don't always know.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah.
And for joy by choice. And that is the litmus test to me for your one wild human life. Are you pursuing joy? And of course you have to work. Of course you have to keep a foot in groupthink and work well enough with other people to have a job and a living and pay your bills. But are you pursuing joy more than anything else?
Right.
That's a good question to ask.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's this poem and that's this episode. Want to see if we can pop it off?
Let's do it.
Okay. Here, Text and Rockers is For Joy by Choice.
All right.
Let's do it. I leak visions and mission statements like a sieve full of holes meant for a different function entirely. These motivators pass from my memory in next to no time, especially the corporate ones aimed at optimizing company profits or collective mission statements. No individual should ever by rights care about this jargon or measure themselves by such low standards. When in doubt, I remember I did not evolve for a company, and I was not created for an economy. I am here by accident or intention, for better or for worse, and for joy by choice. Right on, bro. When we do our final recording,
Yeah.
let's do that thing where you roll for a little while.
Okay.
Like-
Okay.
Like drum it out however you want.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
like that beat. And I
Do
like,
you really?
I like the
Okay.
triple bass hit at the front.
Okay.
Can you
okay.
keep that going?
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like really cool.
Okay.
It almost sounds like trap that they say drummers shouldn't even be able to play. Right?
Right.
I mean,
right.
Otto is starting to mix his own beats.
Yeah.
And like with a MIDI keyboard and Logic.
And
And like he's laying down his own hip hop tracks.
yeah.
He's not messing
that's
around.
fantastic. Oh my god.
Dude, he's gonna be able to do it. Like he writes pretty profound stuff for an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did when he was 5 or 6.
Yeah,
He wrote
remember
some.
Unpack the Backpack? The
Yeah,
song
that's-
about unpack the backpack night at school and how my dad was gonna ruin it.
Yep.
Rippy, rippy, stab, stab, no one understands.
You know, for what a disaster you are, I think you're a pretty good guy.
Hey, thanks, bro. Okay, so let's talk about this poem and then we'll come back and
do it?
Rip it, let it rip.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.